If you want to unlock what so many players are calling the best light machine gun and the best thing to happen to the support class in Battlefield 1, you've come to the right place. In this quick video, as with all my weapon unlock videos, we are going to jump straight into the details, and I will share my tips to help you unlock both the Parabellum mg1417 low weight and the Parabellum mg1417 suppressive as quickly as possible. It seems a lot of players are having trouble unlocking this weapon or are getting intimidated by the weapon unlock requirements, which include the need to shoot down 2 airplanes with a light machine gun or how to best repair vehicles quickly. In this quick video, I'm going to give you some great tips to help you not only unlock this weapon, but how to do it the fastest and easiest way possible. As with all of my weapon unlock videos, all I ask is that if this video helps you, you hit that like button because it helps me, and share this video with your friends who are probably struggling to shoot down planes and struggling to get those vehicle repairs without dying dozens and dozens of times. Without further ado, let's get into what you came here for. If you aren't familiar with the Parabellum mg1417, it is one of the new light machine guns added to Battlefield 1 that released with the In the Name of the Tsar Russian DLC. After getting my hands on this weapon during CTE gameplay, I was blown away by just how well balanced and devastating this new light machine gun is. In one of my videos you've probably seen, I talked about the Parabellum being laser accurate, extremely powerful, and sometimes quite possibly overpowered. Well, someone from DICE must have been watching because the Parabellum got a nerf, yet after full release it is still arguably one of, if not the best light machine guns Battlefield 1 has to offer. If you play the support class, do yourself a favor and your squad a favor by unlocking this thing and add it to your Battlefield 1 weapons arsenal. The Parabellum mg1417 was a 7.9mm caliber machine gun used during World War I. The Parabellum had a very high rate of fire at 700 rounds per minute, and believe it or not, the MG14 and its variants were used widely on planes by the Imperial German Flying Corps, the air arm of the German Army. Visual inspection of this weapon might lead you to wonder what the round cylinder is along the side of the weapon. That round cylinder contains the ammo belt reel. During reloading of this weapon, the animation shows the player spin the partially spent ammo belt before removing the reel from the weapon. A full expending of ammunition and the entire ammo belt reel will be separated, slightly shortening that reload time. Speaking of reloads, like the Hellriegel, this weapon can overheat after 35 continuous rounds, so keep that in mind or you might find yourself needlessly reloading time and time again when it isn't necessary. The Parabellum mg1417 comes in 2 variants as mentioned earlier, both a low weight and a suppressive variant. The first variant we will quickly guide you to unlocking is the low weight variant. The Parabellum low weight variant features a bipod that can be placed on the ground while prone or on raised surfaces and serves to improve accuracy by steadying the weapon's recoil. Keeping that overheating issue in mind, the Parabellum does gain accuracy the longer it is fired without pause. In order to unlock the Parabellum low weight, you must first have the In the Name of the Tsar Russian DLC, then you must destroy 2 airplanes with light machine guns, that's any light machine gun, and perform 20 kills with the Mortar air burst. Let's quickly go over some tips to help you destroy a couple planes with light machine guns. It's a lot easier than you might think if you play smart and follow these tips I have for you. The first thing you want to do to meet this requirement is pick a light machine gun you are comfortable with that has a decent sight and a high rate of fire. I chose to use the Bar Telescopic because it meets both of these attributes. One thing to keep in mind for this assignment, you do not need to completely damage a plane from 100 health to 0 with your light machine gun. You can damage the plane, or if a plane is already damaged, you can then attack with the light machine gun to destroy that bird in the sky. One huge tip I have for you is to use the anti-air guns scattered across the map, or even the guns on tanks or the behemoth, in my case, to damage a plane. Hop out and then use your light machine gun to give the airplane those few minor damage points left to take it down. Also, I recommend targeting planes that are already being fired upon by your teammates from either AA on the ground or that are already in dogfights with your team's pilots. This way you aren't firing on a fully repaired plane that is going to fly away unscathed by much of your light machine gun fire. I also recommend the best game mode for this to be Conquest due to the abundance of airplanes in the sky to target, and the best map in my opinion to quickly take these planes down would be the new map Galicia. Galicia features a wide open expanse of valley, giving you pretty clear skies to see planes for the longest amount of time as possible as you attack. As for the second part of this weapon unlock assignment, the Mortar airburst kills, I too have some tips to help you guys out. The airburst mortar is at its best when there are clusters and groupings of enemies to target. That being said, the best game modes for good clustering of enemies I found were Rush mode for targeting radio beacon objectives, Frontlines game mode for targeting enemies that swarm capture points, and last but certainly not least, Supply drop mode for targeting enemies in close proximity of the supply drop. Aim for these clusters of enemies and you should reach that 20 kill airburst requirement as quickly as possible. Now that you've unlocked the low weight variant, what could be even better? That's right, a suppressive variant for better range on those long distance enemies. Like the low weight version, the suppressive also features a bipod, but in addition allows for superb long range accuracy with the addition of an optical sight. In order to unlock the suppressive, you must reach 40 kills with the Lewis gun low weight and perform 50 vehicle repairs. The Lewis gun low weight is a light machine gun that has decent recoil, decent hip fire, and a magazine size of 47 rounds to expend. I recommend playing close, fast-paced game modes to quickly reach those 40 kills, such as Team Deathmatch or Domination, due to the relatively close proximity of enemies and fast respawn time. For the second part of this unlock assignment, the 50 vehicle repairs, I highly recommend you never set foot on the ground to complete this task. Vehicles such as tanks in Battlefield 1 draw tons of enemy attention and enemy fire. Often attempting to repair these tanks while on foot, you can be met with death after death after death while the tanks drive away from you and your repair tool. Instead, play it smart and hop into the new heavy bomber introduced in the new DLC and find yourself in the 4th interior seat. There you can either aim at the ceiling or aim at the floor with your repair tool and crank that bomber to health every time the bomber takes any damage. You might be amazed at how quickly this works too. Thereby, you aren't getting blown up next to tanks that won't stay still, you aren't getting shot by enemies while there's a wrench in your hand, and you're flying in style as long as you have a decent pilot. Cranking that bomber up from the inside will see you reach 50 vehicle repairs in absolutely no time while saving that precious KD ratio. With these tips at your disposal, you should have that Parabellum low weight and suppressive variant as quickly as possible. If you found this video helpful to you, please rate it because it helps me out. Let me know down below what weapon you were interested in me unlocking next. We are on the road to 2K subscribers, so hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any epic gameplay, gaming tips, live streams, and weekly videos I have for you guys. It's your boy Rumpspanker. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'm out of here.